It's
This
actually 8 and
is
9, my bad.
episode 9 and an episode 9 and 10 recap. Melanie is upset and she's talking to Anaya about Sincere kissing Soul again. So she's in her confessional trying not to be upset about it. Meanwhile, Sincere is talking to the boys and he is lying. He said Mel, well, first of all, um, he told Mel that Soul asked for the kiss, and I was like, "Did she?" I had to watch it again. I'm like, "Oh, he is lying. She did not ask him for the kiss." So right here, he's rewriting history again and telling Zach and Bryce that Soul wanted to kiss. She told him she wanted to kiss him again. Just lying. Like Soul did want to kiss him, you could tell, but she didn't ask for a kiss. This conversation. And for the record, I never liked them I didn't think this was gonna work. Um I don't know about Bryce, and I was never down with that. But anyway, she tells him that she likes him and she wants him to be more affectionate, right? And she's telling him that she wants them to be close, like, or she was kind of comparing them to how far along the other couples are, which, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's probably not nice to hear, but okay, nothing life changing, right? And he says he thinks what they have is great, and I don't know. And then she says maybe I shouldn't be comparing, right? Just innocent conversation, which he will later misinterpret. So Gabe tells Bea that he kissed both the bombshells. And she was like, okay. And he's like, what's wrong? Are you mad? And she's like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to be happy? What? Then Bea tells the girls that he kissed all the bombshells. And then Mel is being dramatic because she's gonna tell them that Sincere said he kissed Soul again. So they're just like going crazy. Zach is getting on my last nerve. He's in here talking to Bryce, and he's like telling him that he doesn't think Trinity's for him and that she doesn't get his jokes. Listen, I low key think they want to couple up. And he also said that when the three of them are together, like Kata, and Bryce, they have a better time than with Trinity, and it's weird input. So Soul walks into the bedroom, and Sincere's being all goofy and laughing, and it's just weird. And Mel's like, "What? What's wrong with you?" Corbin asks Gabe out of the two that he's kissed, who did he like better out of the two bombshells, and he said Jen. Okay, so here comes a misinterpretation. So Bryce sitting down with Zach, and he's like, I just feel weird after that argument with Trinity. And I was like, wait, what argument? Is he talking about the conversation they had? Like, what? And and Bryce is all like, she said that she was saying we were going so much slower, and she wants me to be more affectionate. And he said I can be more affectionate. And then here comes Zach. I think you are quite affectionate. And then he says, I think she's Trinity's just projecting how she feels. And I'm like, dude, what is your problem with Trinity? Like, for real. I'm and if unless we missed something, he Bryce was like, yeah, I told her she's making me feel like I need to talk to other people or something like that. And I'm thinking, no, we didn't see that. Okay, he's just setting up so he can try to talk to Kata, which is crazy. Anaya was telling Sincere that it did hurt her feelings when he kissed Soul, and she asked if they kissed again, and he told her yes. So she's like, and he was like something about like, I don't know if we have chemistry, and she said there's chemistry if you've kissed her like 4 times, there's chemistry. And Sincere is another one just lying. He's leaving things out, kind of changing stories. And she said to him too, I've never kissed anybody outside of a challenge. Like, when she was doing too much during the challenge, we all know she was. But actually she hasn't kissed anyone outside a challenge. I think she might be getting a little bit of a bum rap. Like she was doing too much and she knows that. But at the end of the conversation, he was like, you're the only person I want to be with. We're gonna fix this. And then they hugged and back to square one until Sincere pulls Soul for a chat again. So in the meantime, Mel pulls Corbin for a chat, which she should actually. Well, yeah, she should. And so they're talking, and they're kind of feeling each other out. And he asked, but here, Corbin in Corbin fashion, corny Corbin fashion, he asked her for a kiss. I'm like, dang, Corbin, you always want to kiss somebody. And she said no. She said she um, wanted to talk to Kenzie first because Kenzie and Corbin are a couple. But Kenzie is also feeling Caleb. So here, Mel's telling Anaya that Corbin asked her for a kiss. Meanwhile, they're just vibing. Soul and Sincere are just vibing up in Soul Ties. And it's funny because they showed Anaya talking to Mel, and Anaya's like, "They still talking?" Mel was gonna go up there and pull him. Um, I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with her pulling him. People do that all the time, but everybody freaked out because they thought she was gonna freak out. So Casey's like, "No, don't do it, don't do it." And she's like, "I'm not gonna be crazy." And this was funny. Bia was running, doing something, and she stopped, and they were like, "What's wrong?" And they said she's upset. Mel's upset with Sincere. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like she's so over it. So Mel was crying, and Bea was trying to console her. And this was funny because Bea was like, "I don't think I'm good at consoling people," and I get it because I'm not either. Especially somebody who cries all the time. It's hard. Corbin and Bea were talking, but it didn't. It was just a friendship conversation. Seemed like Kenzie's pissed because she found out that Corbin asked Mel for a kiss. So how she found out, I don't know. Did Anaya tell somebody something? She said she's over it, so she's probably gonna just concentrate on Caleb. I just wanted to show this because Anaya looks so pretty here. So Mel pulls Kenzie and tells her she's gonna pull Corbin. Kenzie's not happy. This is an awkward, like, what do you want me to say kind of look. I mean, it is Love Island, but Kenzie made a good point. She said, if I had done that with, she said, she feels like because your connection is kind of shaky, if I had done that with Sincere, like you would have had a problem, and she would have. Y'all. Bryce told Zach that he wants to pull Kata. And this is the reaction Zach had because he thought he was joking. And he was like, "You serious? You for real?" And then Bryce pulls Trinity and tells her he wants to pull Kata, and Kata's her good friend. He asked her what she thought about it. It was so funny because she's like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking with it." So this is Casey's reaction when Zach told him that Bryce wanted to pull Kata. Everybody's reaction is that, except Sincere. When Bryce told Sincere, Sincere was the only person that didn't laugh about it. Of course, Melanie and Sincere were on the terrace, and after she got mad at him about pulling Soul, and they got over it after him kissing Soul and Soul Ties, and he picks her up and they're walking, and she's like, "I got my man back." I'm like, "Oh Lord." So Zach and Trinity talk because she or he said something to Trinity. She's like, "How do you feel about it?" He said, "You want to go talk about it." And I want to say, Trinity, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it with him at all because he does not have your back. I did not want her talking to him. And then he asked her, he said, if someone came in here, would you be interested? And she said, no, because remember, he was telling Bryce, shit, I don't think she really likes you. She's just probably coasting with you until something better comes along or something like that. And then he asked her, and she was like, no, I really want to get to know him. And I want to say, see, Zach, shut up. But I don't want her and Bryce together. I just don't think he's it. Like, I don't trust him. So Bryce pulls Kata, and she's like, I think we're just better off friends. So this is Kenzie telling the girls that it doesn't feel good knowing that Corbin's asking other girls to. And this is Kata talking about Bryce trying to hook up with her, not hook up with her, but pulling her or whatever. And everybody, look at Anaya, like everybody has the same reaction. They just laugh because that was the worst idea ever. Like, what was he thinking? Like what? Zach and Bryce's dynamic is just odd to me. I don't know. This was funny. Anaya was talking to Mel and Sincere, and she was like, "Y'all toxic, y'all drama, y'all crazy, or whatever." And she was just really laying it out for him. It was funny. And then there's Casey over there laughing. I really like them as a couple. I hope they make it because they're cute together. Bryce trying to apologize because you got shot down. Like, I get it, it's Love Island and you have to make connections, but that was your friend. That was weird. I don't know.